Hi, this is Dr. Scott Young, and today we're going to do something a slight bit different than you've ever really seen me do. We are going to talk about a problem I hear all the time. What is this movie thing? It relates to the EBS and it relates to the NESARA timeframe. So we're going to give you a lot more information about it, and you're going to see stuff that really is the movie and really isn't the movie. Coming right up. So I know a lot of you have struggled with it. You go like, "What the heck are you talking about? What the Sanhedrin you saying?" And I hear that, and here's why I want to share this more with you, so you understand where we're going here. So when we think about what is in the movie and what is not, we need to go over some of that. Now, firstly, this is where you can go to drscottyoung.com, or here's the exact Telegram page. There is a Twitter, there is a TikTok on there. Listen, I'm not selling crypto. I don't, God told me not to sell anything, actually, anything whatsoever. I don't care other truthers do. It is not a judgment on anyone. I'm just told by God not to do that. So I'm not. That's the thing. I take donations. If you have donations, that'd be great. People can buy books and other things. There's a lot of fun little things on the website that you can kind of get on end time issues, on apologetics, and some NESARA stuff too. So helps you out with that. All right, let's go over a couple areas here. So what part is the movie? Now, if you're going, I don't know what you mean there. Let me explain what that is. In excuse me, Q drop 4904, it shows a little point, and this is actually back in 2020, late in 2020, and it was referencing something that they saw or they made. I mean, it was a meme kind of thing. All three movies are playing simultaneously. Do you find it interesting that everything discussed in the past is somehow making the news as of late? Again, the 17th letter. It's very interesting. And there's a clue in here about what is movie and what isn't movie. I get real rankled when I see truthers say everything's a movie or it's all like figured out. And the answer is this is an act of war. But what they said, this is a group of these generals, and the top one is plus plus, which would be President Trump. With that, is it says what is making the news as of late. So when you see things in the news, that's the clue. That's one of the clue points. Another one is basically a few months later, or a little bit later point than that time frame. So again, that's 2020. This would be in May of 2020. This is 4095. And so I'm going to read it from this other side. Media keywords. Stay with me, deplorables. You'll love how this movie ends, and it's got Q plus. Again, media. That's the key element you got to see. Some of the stuff that you're seeing on the side and other areas is probably either the sicko cabal having a hissy fit trying to create a false flag, or you got a White House doing something. And sometimes it's a little difficult. Okay. That's why I think we all need to pause when we see something and we think, oh, is it time yet? And I go, oh, calm down. I mean, trust me, I get the same feelings too. I want it to be over as well. And I really want it to be over like you can't believe. But excuse me, but your it's the clue is stuff that's in the media. So let's talk a little bit about some of the stuff. I'm going to give you one of this little funny ones.
Done, if you hold near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway, from Charlotte, another line going from in Florida down to Tampa of Putin's kleptocracy. Yeah. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him. The idea that Los Angeles and what am I doing here? For two reasons. One, we haven't been able to communicate it in a way that is, let me say another way. But the nature, not a solid meeting with the they make a very good point. Here's the deal. Here's what drives the driver in the states that are affected. Here's what that you can do, the drivers. We want to expand pre-K for 3 and 4-year-olds, millions of pre-K students.
Okay, you get the idea. But there's a ton of videos just like this, okay? And we'll show you several of them. They're fun, okay? It's telling you how stupid it is. You got to be, and I know that person was talking about Trump 2024, and the answer is it's way more than that, okay? So what's included in the movie? Again, political actors. These are actors. You don't have, I'm going to show you some interesting little video points that happen out there. Political actors. It's the way that you would take over. And that's the control mechanism in there. These speeches that like literally make no sense. Ukraine war, the funding for them, world leaders gathering and discussing concepts of the Great Reset. Those are the portion of what I would call movie. That's preset up information with that too.
The best way to.
Okay, let me give you another one. This is a great one. Now, they will tell you their spin, but I remember this on January 20th, 2021, and they're standing at the supposed White House. Watch the spin. Now, remember, turn up a volume. I'm sorry if you can't hear it. You probably want to watch it from a computer. It'll be a lot easier with that.
There are the Bidens standing in the cold, waiting to be let into their new home, the White House. Everyone wondered what was going on. Why were the doors shut? Well, now we know. The chief usher who was supposed to open the door was fired. Timothy Harlech was hired by the Trumps in 2017 after he had worked for them at the Trump International Hotel in D.C. But the Bidens reportedly wanted a chief usher with no ties to Trump. So Harlech was fired at 11:30 a.m., just as the inauguration ceremony was getting underway. Finally, the doors open and the Bidens enter 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Do you see how stupid that is? Do you guys catch how ridiculous it is? They fired a guy that when they come on in 11:30, if you listen to Derek Johnson, he and I talked about this one thing. You cannot have an inauguration until 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But they did it early, telling you the fakeness of all this thing. And that the doors were locked. And that isn't even the real White House. The doors are locked. You're going, come on, guys. Do you catch how stupid this whole thing is? Let's go to the next one here.
There are the Bidens.
Sorry.
Everything is in context. My mother she would give us
It'll prime up here in a second.
And she would say to us, I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
You fell out of a coconut tree. Who would say that? These are idiots. They're trying to help people wake up from the matrix of stupid. Let's move forward. Show you this one. This is a funnier one with this too, with Adam Sandler in here. But watch this one.
And the mechanism
Today, Junior.
Like, come on, guys. Do you see how dumb it is? Here's a mask point. This one's a great one.
Mechanism and he was a very conservative guy who was very, very.
Oh my gosh, that's a mask. Holy cow.
Well, the key to success.
Masks. What did I just tell you? Okay. Here's another one, and we got a couple senators in line for this one, and many of you guys remember the same thing. So we're using a whole bunch of TikToks here. Sorry if they delay a little bit. It's a little bit hard for the system to kind of upload it, but you know, you can go back and watch some of this stuff as you want to see.
This week, been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
The guy in the background, guys. He is completely stuck. These are your idiots in charge with that stuff too. They're just talking about like, oh, should we go back? Should we go back to the area? And there are people that controlling them. These are the leaders around that are trying to say something.
Started the press conference and it was related to your injury from earlier this year where you suffered a concussion. Is that?
Oh, he's fine, even though he had a concussion earlier this year. What? Do you catch how dumb it is? We actually, and I don't have perfect ones of Feinstein with this one, but her daughter had power of attorney. By the time she's nearly on her deathbed, she had been gone for several months out of the Senate hearings. So her daughter was taking over the power reins. Inside of this situation, she was asked, "Where have you been?" And she goes, I've been here all along, even though everyone and their brother knew she hadn't been there for months because she had been in the hospital. She had this drooped over kind of look. This is a kind of a cute one here with us. All right. Oops. Bring it forward here. It's just crazy. So guys, here's what I would say, and we'll show you this little thing. Just think of it as a dumpster fire. This was actually kind of a cute little video on the side. What's not in the movie? Well, this $20 hour minimum wage thing in California. It's shutting down businesses. This is the stupid of the system running rampant, running amok. School boards being, they're being reamed out on their woke ideology. And you're seeing a ton of little videos that are showing this up. And these people are getting pushback like they can't imagine that you guys are doing. You know, the idiot VACCINES that have harmed millions of families. We think the number is in around 10 to 15 million people have been armed. And the trafficking worldwide. These are not the portion of the movie. And I know that that's what gets you frustrated, and you see some of these things that are injustices, but guess what? You're seeing the injustices, but those are not the movie part. Some of the people and legal battles. I mean, man, when you get some legal battles out there that are going on, some of that's not necessarily part of the movie. Now, I would disagree with the Trump part. I think that is trying to show you the stupid of the system, but you're seeing some of these legal battles on the truckers and other areas that just don't make any sense. A couple people that you can kind of see this on. Sidney Powell here is one interesting one. Jesse is an interesting one on the trafficking issues. Died suddenly is one of my most powerful ones out there. that will give you some areas on the VA, CCI, and NES. And then the vaccine injury points. So we see those areas that will tell you some of that. And really what it is showing you how much of the system is a complete. It's a dumpster fire, guys. It is a complete dumpster fire. It's showing off the stupidness of that system with that. Okay, so what is out there? Sorry, let me get to the next one here. Let me give you one last thing of this area here, and then we'll kind of talk a little bit about this in a wrap up with this. Most people don't realize the Great Reset is dead. And so you're going to see this. These people are stupid and blind, the Great Reset people. And I'm going to show you a little video here. We might have to take a little bit, to kind of pull this up here with that. With Merkel here, and she's shaking like a leaf. And so we know that these people are massively messed up. And you can see her later on. I mean, she's just horribly shaking. Is this the achrome withdrawals? Is just that they're showing you how much she's messed up? Come on. You got to see it for what it is with that too. This is a great video. I thought this is a perfect one. This was talking about Build Back Better. Come on. When you see some of this Build Back Better stuff, I look at this and I kind of see everything that is very stupidly put into the systems with that too. Sorry about some of the videos and showing you, but you get the idea. The point is that what can we see? What is really a movie and what is not a movie? Well, the political actors, and Trump showed you. The 17th letter team showed you what was on there. It's media stuff. The things that they want to show you is more likely than not some of the movie. That should, now for you who are awake, that should make it, well, maybe it might make you mad, but don't get sucked into the anger vortex of that, or the fear vortex in essence. That's trying to suck in the normies. And by the way, this cabal is trying to split people up with this. Don't be taken in by that idea. What you have to look at is this is for the normies, and they're trying to still influence them. But you have people who have these massive YouTube and different channels, and they have been messing with the systems. Even mine is not as big of a channel as other people have. They're messing with the systems. And I mean, all over my channel is, all kinds of extra messages about how it's not even true. And that is the big tech people pushing back on us with that. So guys, be calm, know that it's going to be okay. That system is coming to an end. I'd love to see this system, end in 2021 or 2 or 23. But you know what? We are where we are because it's a war. So be calm. It's going to get fixed. Everything like this does come to an end. So hope that helps you out. Like and subscribe. Share this with your friends, and go on to drscottyoung.com and see some more information about that. Thanks so much.